When you stare out into a deep, clear night sky, the sheer scale of the galaxy tends to make human life feel incredibly small. We are conditioned by science and observation to view the planets, the stars, and the void as things existing strictly out there, massive bodies floating light years away from our fragile biology. The Garuda Purana, one of the 18 major ancient texts of Hinduism, shifts the focus entirely. Its verses state that you don't actually need to look up to see the solar system. The text describes the living human body as a literal, perfectly scaled microcosm of the entire universe. This diagram illustrates the philosophical core of the Purana. Every physical law, elemental substance, and celestial body operating in the vastness of outer space operates right beneath your skin. To understand how this works, we are going to use the text's ancient verses to map the exact internal coordinates of your own personal solar system. We start at the highest energy centers of the body. According to the Garuda Purana, the intense, radiant heat of the sun is located exactly within the human mind. Conversely, the deep, resting state of consciousness is the anatomical residence of the moon. These luminaries power the body's subtle nervous system. This passage maps out two vital pathways called the Ida and the Pingala, which manage our respiration. The Pingala channel runs down the right side, driven by the sun, pumping fiery, waking energy through the system. On the left side is the Ida channel. It is governed by the moon, generating the calm, cooling, restorative energy necessary to keep the body's internal temperature in balance. Ancient scholars viewed physiological functions, like the circulation of vital winds, as internal weather patterns generated by the push and pull of these celestial forces. Every single breath you take is a continuous solar and lunar orbit playing out across your nervous system. Once you move past the subtle energy channels of the breath, the text drops directly into the dense physical biology of the flesh. Mars, the planet associated with fiery, sharp perception, is located quite literally inside the human eyes. Looking at this internal schematic, Mercury maps strictly to the rapid, rhythmic beating of the human heart. Moving slightly upward, the text identifies the Vishnustana, the body's seat of supreme consciousness, as the designated domain of Jupiter. Drop down to the human navel, and you find the resting place of Saturn, a planet defined in astrology by its slow, heavy, dense celestial force. Venus is positioned further down in the reproductive center, appropriately referred to in the Purana as the seed. The map is completed by the lunar nodes, the shadow planets of Hindu astronomy. Rahu governs the face, while Ketu occupies the lungs. Standard human anatomy becomes an interactive celestial map, a functioning solar system, hiding in plain sight beneath the ribcage. This level of detail begs a massive question. The Garuda Purana is primarily a text about death, mourning, and the afterlife. Why did its authors spend so much time mapping out internal planetary biology? The text provides a direct instruction. The reader must meditate on his own body in this exact planetary form. The map is a technology for spiritual enlightenment. The ultimate goal in Hinduism is moksha. This is the final liberation from samsara, the endless, painful cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, illustrated by the cremation fire. Achieving moksha requires shattering a specific illusion, the belief that there is a strict boundary separating your isolated self from the vast universe. When the entirety of the cosmos is contained within your own physical form, you are no longer a small, isolated entity. You are infinite. The next time the sheer scale of the night sky threatens to overwhelm you, think back to the verses of the Garuda Purana. You are already holding the entire solar system inside your own breath and bones.